So Stephen J. Bradley, because we have to get the J in. Welcome to your Lurgan. I've been watching your photographs for, I'm sure it must be a couple of years now. You've been out taking them before your Lurgan came along too. When did you start all this photography, Lark?
Well, I'd just like to introduce myself first. I'm Stephen J. Bradley, professional photographer from Lurgan. So, went about where we're doing wildlife photography, landscape photography, and people were saying, "Oh, your stuff's amazing." So, I went to the TAC, and
The TAC here in Lurgan?
went to the TAC in Lurgan. So, enjoyed that. Passed all my exams, and then, look, it was brilliant. So.
Those are exams that are, I see the newspaper came through the door this week or last week with courses that are available. So courses that anybody can go to. Sometimes they have to pay for them, sometimes you don't.
Well, I went to night class, so did. I was working full time, so went to night class. I done the regional first, then I done GCSE level 2.
Wow.
And then I done Photoshop Advanced and Lightroom Advanced. So
not alone learning how the camera works, but learning the background of what you have to do afterwards too.
yeah, there was a lot of studying in it, you know. But it was big money to do it, but it was well worth it at the end.
So why did you want to go into photography? I mean, you told us that friends told you were good. What drew you to it?
It was just that I was at a crossroads in life, and I was thinking, well, what am I going to do for a hobby? And couldn't think of anything. So I was around Lurgan Park one night, and I took an amazing picture, and it turned out really, really good. And people were saying, "Oh, you should take it on, take it on." So that's where it all came about.
And was that with a big fancy camera or just your pocket phone?
No, it was only mobile phone at that stage. So we went to the TAC, and we got the bigger camera, second hand. It was only like £100.
Like a DSLR, as they call it.
Well, you had to have it to go into the class. You couldn't really go into a camera phone, you know.
Tell folks just what a DSLR means.
It'd be like a mirrorless camera. You know,
Well,
you'd have to like a zoom.
That's an even more sophisticated. But a digital camera, basically, that has a lens in the back of it that transfers to the
mirrorless.
The mirrorless, as it were.
That's right.
Pretty different than just an old Kodak camera that you used to take with or a Polaroid.
Yeah, like the Kodak camera was sort of film. This is the new generation stuff. Like you go on digital. So we got the camera. And then we went higher as we won competitions. So we put all the competitions on Facebook pages.
You keep saying we. I mean, you mean yourself, don't you? You mean your other alter ego, as it were.
Well, you know yourself. You're by yourself all the time doing photography, so it's like we. You know, it's the same sort of thing.
But not quite the
you
royal.
know, it can be a lonely time photography as well, but it really it works out well when you get it right. You know.
So learning the whole background of it all just reinforced, obviously, what you might have had a hint at with these first few photographs, that you could frame a photograph, you knew what to look for.
At the start, I didn't know nothing about it. I hardly knew how to switch on the camera. So when I went to TAC, they would have put stuff up every week that you had taken. So we went from there. But the teacher said, "Oh, I think you really have the eye for that." So that's where really the practice mode went into madness. I just practiced maybe 14 hours a day, 15.
Wow.
It was really crazy practice.
To get that reinforcement from someone, not alone your peers, but the people teaching you the course, that's really helpful, isn't it?
Yeah, well, there was 27 people in the classes, and there was only 5 at the end. And the teacher says, "You boys have what it takes to make professional photographers." So the 5 of us did make professional.
And what makes it, what raises it that level of rather than me? And I love taking the idea, and we're having a bit of darkness in the camera, but that's kind of just the regular thing. And in the shade, as it were, we'll brighten that up in the post edit, as they say. What makes different between a really, really good photographer and a really professional photographer?
Well, at the start, you would need to have the passion for it. And people would say to you, "Oh, you're not really this and you're not really that." You have to go with the one set mind. You have to go, "Look, I can do the thing and nobody else is going to tell me anything different." You have to have the one set mind. You have to have the passion and the drive to do the thing. If you don't stick at it, you know, I knew that I was good at photography at the start because the teacher told me, so that's where it all bounced off for me.
Good at what at that stage? What did that actually mean?
The teacher would say you're good, at working out ideas, putting stuff into the pictures. Like, you have an eye for it. You can, the wildlife and all. You're very good at doing it. So
And
that was only the very start of it. Like,
and that eye means what? What does it mean? I have an idea what you mean, but to someone
it
who's
means you can sort of frame a picture. If you seen a duck, you can see like a feather at the background to sort of, the balance it. It looks better, brings it out. The people, your audience is going to go, wow, that there's amazing. Like that there matches that, and that there's really good. That's going to make the picture for sale as well.
You took a picture just before we started of swans. In fact, a swan out in the distance, and you picked up a really beautiful
Yeah, it was
picture.
a really good shot. And even you say it so yourself, it was really good. But that's the passion. As soon as the camera lands in my hand, I just want to do it. Like, that's the passion. I just love photography. Like, it's great to be out. And
if you could just get
especially a beautiful day like this, like.
get your camera up there, because we want to have a look at it to see. Now, we're not saying one brand is better than another.
Yeah.
This is quite an expensive camera. This is the mirrorless back, and this shoots in what they call full frame, which is what 35 mil.
35, 36 it would be.
So that means you got a lot of really good definition.
Yeah.
The lens quite expensive too. We're
But
talking.
the lens has big depths of field in it. So, like, the background of the picture, it would be blurred straight away. The way you would have to go in, you'd have to go, oh, I'll have to go and take that blur out. You put the blur back in. This is automatic blur. This is professional photography, this one here. So, and it's got, at the back of the picture, you sort of like, if you take a picture of a duck or a swan, you would have like a flower in the back. It's all like what do you call it? It's like bouquets at the back. It flowers the picture. So that's where the money's coming in. That's
does that mean?
G-Master.
Does that mean that you can't really take a bad picture, or is that too simplistic?
Well, that camera, you can't really take it. You can't take a bad picture with it, like. But you need to know what you're focusing on. And, if a swan's flying, you need to have the eye for precision. When you're going in, you know exactly what time you're going to go in. And it's all about timing. Everything's about timing,
So I've been asking you all this advice. Could I take a picture with your camera? I mean, and that's acceptable for you. If you give me your camera up now, could I take a picture and show what I might take? Is that
no problem, Donna? I get it set up for you.
I've now been I've taken photographs before, but there's the proof's in the pudding, so we might as well not ask you, the super professional, to take one.
Get it organised for you.
And you get it organised, and I'll do the clicking and see if I'm any good at this.
You never know, people, like, get taken over my job here.
No intention, not in a million zillion years.
I'll just get it for you organised, Donna. So, we're going here, so you take a lock off, so we're going. So you'll be looking out for this swan here. It would be a really good shot for you. So focus in first. Half click that button saying focus, that's telling you focus. And then you're going to be shooting right now.
Well, I think I've broken the law there. I think I've taken a photograph without the focus, and that's because I got my glasses off. The actual investment in that's quite serious, so you have to be professional, because you have had shots that have been purchased. You sell them occasionally at different locations, and it's mostly wildlife.
Well, our trademark would be landscape photography. Like, we started off in there, but gradually got into wildlife. I don't know how I got into wildlife, but it was I was up early in the morning. I was getting out early, and it was just something that I was interested in because it was up early. But then I seen the shots. It's the wildlife was far better, and there's loads of places in Lurgan to do it.
You do a lot around Lurgan, and I know you go other places as well. So if I wanted to go out and shoot, where should I be going? When should I be going? What sort of shots will I get? And I don't have the £5,000 or £6,000 or £7,000 investment.
Well, usually I would be up for 5 a.m. because I only have 2 days a week because I work full time. So I would be going to Oxford Island, and then I would be going to Lurgan Park. Usually we'd do that. So we're up to crack of the dawn. Camera flash gear, the whole lot, because if the birds see you, it's good night. You'll not get the picture.
You have to hide. You have to camouflage.
You have to have camera flash gear, and you need to know, the feeders, and what you're putting out. You know,
In other words,
what's a bird's going to be like, and what seeds are going to be like.
and are you actually putting the certain seeds out for certain birds?
Okay, you get used to what the birds like and what you're doing, what seeds and what stuff they like. You know.
And what has been your favourite out of the ordinary kind of bird that you shot or animal that you shot here in the park?
Probably be a blue tit. I like them. And then on the robin, everybody's favourite is the robin. So get the robin, the jay bird. It's very noisy. You'd hear it a mile off. Any of the swans and the young swans, the cygnets, very beautiful. Like, so we catch them all year round. We'd be going from season to season with them. So there's not just me. There's other photographers in the park. We sort of follow their progression, what's going on from wee tiny babies, and you know.
Can you shoot elsewhere in the town, would you say, that isn't a park area? Or do you think it has to have a certain greenery around it?
Well, on Hill Park, I started off shooting there as well. I would do like the park bench and sort of, but that was when I was an amateur, you know. But around the town, it would be Oxford Island, it would be Lurgan Park. Like, well, the best places I've seen so far is Lurgan. Like, Lurgan is absolutely fantastic.
What about the humans? Do you shoot many humans, if you excuse the expression?
Oh, well, it depends what term you're going to hear, Donna. No, well, with COVID and stuff, you know, the studio, same as everybody else, it didn't work out too well, you know, so we got lockdown and stuff. So it then sort of backed off from that, and we're more into the print side, digital print side of things, selling prints and stuff. But well, we will get back to that.
And in the longer term, you'd like to be doing it full time?
Yeah, if the money was right and stuff like that, then it just basically, it's all about awards and getting stuff out and people getting to know me, which the name has been pumped out all over the country here, like, so everybody knows me, like.
Well, thank you, Stephen J. Bradley, for joining us.
J. Bradley. Thank you, Donna, for having me.
What does the J stand for?
It was just the way I reinvented the name. It sounds better. My middle name is Joseph.
Oh, well, then you're all right. That'll do for now.
The J is better than Stephen Bradley. The J stands out more. It's like an Arthur, you know. It's like, oh, Stephen J. Bradley instead of Stephen Bradley looks. Do you know where I'm coming from? I had to get the thinking cap off of
that. It'll make a good picture. Thank you very much for joining us.
No problem at all. And the next time you have me now, hopefully we'll win the World Championship. Hopefully now.